Hello and welcome back. This is the Fantasy Fathers Week 7 sit-downs. This is where I tell you 5 players that I think you should get out of your lineups. They're not always going to be popular picks, but these are 5 players that you need to get out of your lineups this week. So let's jump right in. First of all, we have Charcandrick West going against Pittsburgh this week on FanDuel. He's 5,900, DraftKings 4,200. I will be the first one to admit I was really high on Charcandrick West last week, and I apologize. That was a big mistake on my part. Charcandrick West had a terrible game, to say the least. He fumbled late in the fourth quarter, was benched. I think he only had, 13 carries? Something like that. He had a terrible week. That was my mistake. I'll be the first to admit it. Like I said, get Charcandrick West out of your lineup this week. Don't drop him yet, but put him on your bench. Put someone else in. See what he does this week. Second is Knile Davis. Also a terrible week last week, as well as Charcandrick. He came in, didn't do much. I think he had 5 carries, a couple catches out of the backfield. He's going for $5,300 on FanDuel, $4,000 on DraftKings. Not a lot going on this week for the Kansas City offense. I mean, they already don't score. Jeremy Maclin's banged up. He had a concussion. I don't think he's going to play this week. It's not looking like it. He did not practice today. Do not look to be explosive like their predecessor. So I would look to get those both out of your lineups. Coming in third here is Sam Bradford. All he's doing lately is throwing interceptions. 3 interceptions last week, 2 interceptions the week before. He's going against a very stingy defense in Carolina. Currently going for $7,700 on FanDuel, $6,100 on DraftKings. There's a lot of other quarterbacks around the same value on both sites that I would look to get instead of Sam Bradford. This is a very tough matchup for him. I think he throws a couple picks again this week, so get him out of your lineup if you have a better option. Fourth, Ben Watson. This is not going to be a popular pick. They're going against the Colts this week. He's going for $5,300 on FanDuel, $3,300 on DraftKings. I know he had a great game last week, but I want to see at least one more week before I'm sold on Ben Watson. He did it, like I said, for 1 week. One more week, and I'll put him on my start list if that's the case. But I want to see more out of Ben Watson before I deem him to be a top tight end. So look to get him out of your lineup this week if you have another viable option. Last but not least, this is also not going to be a very popular pick, but I would say get Martavius Bryant out of your starting lineup this week at Kansas City. $6,900 on FanDuel, $4,700 on DraftKings. The reason why, yes, he had a great game last week, and it's because Landry Jones came into the game. Before Landry Jones came into the game, Martavius Bryant had 2 catches for, I think, 8 yards. Very minimal effort. With Landry Jones, he was able to catch the ball down the field. It looks like Vic could start this week, so I would look to get Martavius Bryant out of your lineup. Now, when Big Ben comes back and when he's healthy, Martavius Bryant is going to be a steal, so keep him on your bench. Definitely do not drop him, but I would not start him this week at Kansas City. Maybe 30, 40 yards. I don't think he scores. So that's it for my Week 7 sit-downs. You can hit subscribe if you like this channel. Give me a thumbs up. Also, leave me some feedback. I try to read everything that you guys put out there. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at FantasyTeach, where I answer all kind of lineup questions on Saturdays and Sundays leading up to the noon kickoff. So let me know how I can help you win.